Hey y'all, what's happening? It has been a minute, but y'all know I'm gonna keep saying the same thing. When I have been missing for a while, it is because I have to get myself together. Spirit be telling me to get my energy and self together before I start back giving my energy out. Even for the simplest things like this. I'm gonna get a little bit more frequent, but I'm working on it. I promise. So let's start off our day like normal with a hey there, I miss y'all, and a prayer, and a prayer, and a prayer, and a prayer, and a prayer. I ask all of our ancestors. I've asked God. I've asked any and everybody that we pray to cover us as we embark on this next journey. Cover us. Love us. Amen. Ashe. So mote it be. Whatever you want to say. All right, y'all. So I got told I be going deep in some of my conversations, and which I do, because it is important to me to spread this world. And I know I talked about it in my last video about what ChatGPT told me, that this is my purpose. This is my purpose, is to help. This is my purpose, is to do stuff. I ordered me some new tarot cards so that I can start fresh with my tarot cards with people. So I will be doing it. I probably do it via FaceTime for a little while, and not no in-person stuff. I know that I talk about a lot. So I know what I haven't talked about in a while. I've been talking about healing your inner child and how I'm healing my inner child, as well as going through a Kundalini arising at the same time. So my new journey that I have been working on, besides going to therapy, is I have been writing a book about me, about my life, about everything that I talk to y'all about. I've been writing it out so that it can get out there. So the words match the videos, and the videos match the words, and more detail, in depth of the stories and the situation, because it's true. I am going through a rebirth. I'm going through a serious rebirth. And remember when I don't know, so many videos ago, well, we talked about Kundalini, and when you're going through a Kundalini activation, what does that entail mean, and what effects that it has, and when do you go through them, and different reasons to go through them, and the different times to go through them. And my Kundalini was before, when my son was born, going through the tragedy of losing a family member, sudden changes. So all of those different reasons played into my Kundalini getting activated. And when my Kundalini was activated at that time, again, didn't know what a Kundalini was. It's basically your spirit and your soul aligning. And once you start these spiritual beliefs and doing the work and going through the things, you definitely will turn around and get the negative effect once you stop. But the negative ain't really a negative, because technically you going through the awakening. You are going through your chakras. You are going through healing your chakras. You are going through healing the body, healing the mind, the physical body, the aura, the negative mind, the positive mind. It's important to do all of that. And you find out your sense of purpose. You increase of your sensitivity. You know, those are side effects. And those side effects definitely affect you. And I know that I also been talking about how the body is important, to love the body, to cherish the body, and while you're going through the Kundalini, and that's going through the spiritual awakening, to where you're sitting there, like absorbing all of this energy, and then me being an empath on top of going through something. My next Kundalini rebirth actually is, the reason why I don't be on here all the time and doing this is because I got a baby inside of me. Okay, so thank you. I already know people be like, congratulations. I have a baby inside of me, and I feel different. I want to protect my baby a lot more. I want to protect my baby from everybody, even my old self. I want to protect my baby from. I want to protect my baby from walking out and breathing life into trauma. So it has been very important to me. I talked about that in that last book about when you go celibate with a divine partner, and you go celibate and the body creates a spiritual child. And this is my spiritual child. I had a miscarriage before, about a year, maybe not even a year, a couple of months before I got pregnant with this baby. And that was a Kundalini, another Kundalini. And this is why I'm going through these rebirths. This is why I'm going through all of this. Let me heal myself and heal my inner child issues and everything, because I don't want to pass down nothing to this baby. Like, I do talk about my first baby, and my first baby is living the childhood life that I couldn't have been more envisioned and proud to have him to have. He is a normal kid. He transitioning into high school soon, and as he's transitioning into high school soon, he calls me and we sit on the phone for an hour, maybe two, and we talk about his feelings. We talk about his emotions. We talk about things that trigger him and what is it triggering him, what's going on in his world, not comparing it to my world or my past, because my past is my past and his past is his. So it'll be like, what life are you living? Who are you integrating with? What friends do you have? How do your friends make you feel? How do you make your friends feel? Who are you in the group of things? Like, let me learn your world so that I can understand your world. And when I understand his world, it helps me to see that he ain't living through none of my trauma. He ain't got none of the same accolades and conversations that I had at 14. He ain't feeling none of the same things that I was feeling and worried about and stressed out about at 14. Me or his father. And I love it. I love it to the core. I love it to the core. I appreciate it. I value it so much because, again, what was going on in the womb is not affecting him. It didn't affect his nervous system. It didn't affect his subconscious or anything, because what was going on while he was in the womb did not play out. And I also found out that because I had him at 24, he was my real divine my divine companion. He's supposed to be, he chose me as his mom to remind me to stand strong and be brave through any and everything. And I'm supposed to remind him and tell him and teach him that it's okay to dream. I still am a dreamer. I manifest through dreaming. I fucking see the things that is happening in my dream. And the crazy part about it is I saw him 3 years, maybe not 3, maybe 2, maybe 2-ish, 3-ish. I saw him before I even got pregnant. But he wasn't a kid. He wasn't a baby. He was him now. And when I saw him now, I also saw him now. I knew it was a boy, but they wouldn't let me see his face. And he had locks like me. And he does have locks now. He had a nice little physique, which he does have for real now. It was crazy. And I saw everything but his face. And I was pregnant in that dream. So I knew that I was not going to stay with his dad. I knew I was having a son. I just didn't know when it was going to happen or anything like that. I didn't know timeline. I didn't know nothing. I remember knowing his due date and saying that he was coming March 13th. And I knew that that was his due date. And like this baby, I don't know his due date. I don't know. I kind of don't want to know. I want the element of surprise with him. Like, I do. Because I found out at 39, which I will be in a few days, weeks, days, my birthday's coming up, that having him at the age of 39, this baby is my guardian angel. And I'm like, well, who sent this baby to me? Which one of my ancestors, which one of my family members sent this baby to me? Because for this baby to be my guardian angel, I'm like, I want to know who sent this baby to me. Is this baby coming in as this person that sent me this baby? So that's been on my mind too. And I'm surprised and I'm excited, but I'm nervous because where it naturally came to me to not bring and pass down those things, it does make me a little nervous now because I don't know what this baby has endured. I didn't even find out that I was pregnant for almost 5 months. I did not know. So my very first video that I made on here, I was pregnant and didn't even know, y'all. I didn't even know, child. I was pregnant for months and didn't even know. And it was like, what did an unplanned one is the one that God sent and your baby chose you. Like, okay. What childhood healing haven't I finished yet that I'm subconsciously passing down to him, that I'm trying not to pass down to him, but I'm passing it down to him? What is happening in the womb that is the baby is absorbing from me, the parents? Like, are the parents healed? Are the parents healed enough to do that? So we'll go back and we'll read this again, and now it'll all make sense to y'all why I've been really like on my journey. It says, if your mother is consistently expressed love, nurturance, attentiveness during pregnancy, it may imprint on our consciousness the exception that relationships are safe, supportive, and comforting. On the other hand, if our mother experienced high levels of stress and emotional turmoil during pregnancy, it'll leave us with unconscious anticipation of relationships being unpredictable and filled with tension. Again, I ask that, how many of us right now still feel that way about relationships? How many of us feel that way, that we don't feel safe in our relationships? How many of us don't feel safe in our environments to where we're really like, it plays back in our conscious now today without even knowing that it started from the womb. It started from the womb. So me writing my book is going to be pertaining to my whole experience too. Like my experience with my first child, my experience with this child, my experience with relationships, my trauma, my inner workings that I've been working on myself. Is very, very, very important. I keep saying it. It is very important to channel and sit with your shadow. Like, I sit with myself and know, like, some things have changed, but a lot of stuff needs to be released. The moon is in 2 days. 2 days, I think so. Yeah, 2 days the moon is, and I plan on doing some spiritual work, and I might even make a video to show the spiritual work that I'm doing. I'm finna cut the cord. I'm finna release energy. I'm finna give everybody back their energy so that I can enjoy my last moments, weeks, days, months of pregnancy with nobody's energy on me. I'm tired of giving everybody's energy and everybody's problems. I'm not meant to fix everybody's problems. That's why I haven't really been practicing tarot, because that's a lot of energy that you is absorbing somebody's energy doing a reading on somebody. I've been doing readings on my goddamn self, trying to fix myself. You can't help others if you ain't fixed yourself. Hurt people. Unhealed people definitely is not to be played with. So I didn't have a long video today. I just wanted to update y'all, share a little bit, give a little bit of hey. I can share with y'all a little bit of my book, so let me share. I will do that though, because I ain't no shady. I share. I don't care. Y'all know I sell all my business. I really don't care. So I did write, and I'll tell you what I wrote. I wrote, A Healer Who Healed is the name of the book, because I am a healer. I have healed a lot of friendships and relationships and things like that, and I've been healing my damn self. So that's the name of my book, is A Healer Who Healed. Yes, I'm hot. A Healer Who Healed. I was born July 22nd, Cancer gang, to my mother and my father in their world of chaos, trauma, problems, and unhealed wounds. They had no idea what they were passing down and passing along to their kids. They did not understand that what was happening on the outside was affecting my nervous system and subconscious, as it showed up in my everyday life as my responses and my reactions. Life on Troop was like any other black family would have, with unhealed wounds passed down to the kids and the kids' kids. Same on Morgan. Life started in a lot of trauma and chaos from both sides. I grew up with my parents as their sibling and raised by their parents and siblings. So it was as if I had more influences than the two I came from. I was learning and adding so many things that were not mine, and I almost recently looked up my birth chart, which we all know, and it told me some things. Scary things that I actually learned that were both told no lies. And been reading this book. I talked about reading the book. Said, let me skip all of that because a lot of this you all know. This book is to, I'll go in detail about this book. This book is actually to help you and your partner heal, learn how to deal with your partner and their triggers, and they learn how to deal with you and your triggers, to create a healthy relationship. But if they don't do it, you still do the work yourself. And I've really been putting in this work since I'll stop reading that and I could just talk. I've really been putting in this work a lot more than I knew. I had really started putting in this work, and I've been putting in this work for the last dang near 20 years because I just didn't want to associate myself with that. And I saw a Reiki healer, and their Reiki healer told me some things. I saw a psychic that told me some things that was going to happen, and this was one of the things that the psychic did tell me was going to happen, and everything that led up to this being a reality for me, because the doctor told me that it was going to be a hard time for me to have kids, I probably wasn't gonna have no more kids. So my mind was made up that it just wasn't gonna happen for me no more. And for this baby to hide from me for almost 5 months, you can imagine the type of shock that I went through. I also wrote down about how my spirit was sucked dry from the water that I am. And I met this other psychic down in at this spiritual shop that I had found, and she told me, like, you need to do a cut the cord from a lot of people because of the simple fact that you are light. You are a light, and your light hurts people. Your light doesn't, it bothers people. But that's been my whole life. And she was like, but think back on it. If it's been your whole life, just know you need protection against the people who are trying to suck your water dry. And they're sucking you dry because you live in your truth. You don't have no, like, yes, you had shame. Yes, you had all of this stuff. But once you healed that, then you're steady, consistently meeting people who's living off of that and using that and trauma bonding and doing all that other stuff to make you feel bad. And she's not lying, because that's when the people pleasing came back, the avoidance came back, the codependency came back, the looking for other people to validate me when at a place at their table when I'm the motherfucking table. I bring the table, you know. I'm my own table, and if you don't sit at my table because I want you to sit at my table type shit. And I was building tables with the wrong people and trying to build certain things with the wrong people. And the more and more that happened, the more and more I understand I am supposed to let people deal with their own karma and work on my own soul purpose and my lineage. So more deeper into Kundalini. That's like more deeper into Kundalini. Like real deeper into Kundalini. You're supposed to work on your own karma and your stuff like that. Because yes, we get our parents' karma already. We get our parents' trauma. We get so much before we even breathe our first breath into life. So it has definitely been one of those on my mind. What am I passing down to this baby? How much healing have I done personally? What am I doing to fast track this personally? Am I on the right track? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? And this Thursday and this moon is very, very important to release all that shit before my baby come into this world. So that was a quick video for today. I missed y'all. I love y'all. Like I said, I probably will try and do a video on Thursday just to give y'all a glimpse of what I be talking about when it comes to certain things. But yeah, we're gonna get back to it slowly but surely when I got energy, because Auntie be tired, y'all. Auntie be tired. This is exhausting. This is exhausting. But the crazy part about it, I want to do this shit again. Ain't that crazy? One more time after this and I'm good. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I miss y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon.